And welcome back to the Gadget Spot.
Yes.
Last show of the year.
We survived.
That big sigh moan at the beginning, that was Owen.
That's me.
Is this the end of 3 years? Or is it 2 years?
Three, I think.
Wow, and we still don't have any listeners. This is awesome.
Dun, da, 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 da.
My mom
Consistency.
I have listeners.
and Austin Beauregard. Let's
Yeah.
not forget him. He's a diligent
Don't
No
discount
way.
our listeners.
That's right. Our listeners are the best.
Hey, the listeners we have, I love.
Yeah.
Don't get
I
me
really
wrong.
appreciate them.
But you would love new ones more?
No,
Oh, okay, good.
I would love new ones just as much.
Good answer. This is the Gadget Spot where we talk about gadgets, tech, and video games.
I'm gonna challenge that. This is the morning spot.
Well, we're recording early because we don't want to get together on Christmas Eve and record.
Yes.
What?
This is Saturday morning before 9 a.m. Oh, wait, no. It's after 9 a.m. because
It
Owen was
was
almost an hour
supposed
late.
to be. I got here at 9:15, which is not an hour before, late.
45 minutes late.
You round up
Call
to
it,
an
call
hour.
it, call it what it is. It's 45 minutes.
I'll call it what it was.
I like how you said the majority of that sentence with your eyes shut.
Yeah,
You want me to call it what it is? Terrible. That's what it is.
it's not great, but it's not as bad as it could be.
As
Let's look optimistically at this end of this wonderful year.
As a side note, we got to play Smash Brothers while we waited for you,
Oh,
so it
that's
wasn't
nice.
a total loss.
Yes.
That's good. You're welcome.
Of which Jarron's a lot better at that game than I thought you were.
Ouch.
He's improved.
I meant that in a good way.
I won twice. James
You don't
won
look
twice.
like you would be good at a video game.
Tony won once.
I
What's
did
that?
indeed. I was trying out new characters. I had never played as DDD or King K.
I
Rool.
love DDD.
He's okay. We'll get to that later. But he's interesting. He's an interesting new addition. Owen, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, back in the saddle again. Owen here. I made it. Hey,
back in the saddle.
I made it here.
Barely in the saddle is what you mean.
I'm like I got shot and I'm tied to the saddle.
Did you do some heavy drinking last night?
No. Well, no. That would have probably put me to sleep. and that would've
I
been-
guess the effects are the same, right?
if I probably, from what I understand, I don't drink, but that would have made me sleepy, and that would have been so nice
Yeah, this is why
sleep.
people drink,
to sleep.
to pass out so you don't hear your kids.
I
when
don't
they
even
cry.
know what day it is anymore. I'm losing time.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
inflections in your sentences are all over the place.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
lost
just-
45 minutes this morning.
Yeah, I did. And 3 great friendships.
No. Hey, Owen, you lost
No,
mine weeks ago.
No, I know. James.
You only had 2 left.
Sorry, I only had 2 left. James, don't touch my mic stand. We're not friends. Anyway, follow me on Twitter at TechNoan. And you can hit me up on Xbox One. I'll be playing that during this Christmas
What are you
break.
playing?
I don't know what I'll play, but I have time off, and I'm going to play some video games.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something.
That's the attitude.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you should do, actually. Xbox is running a special right now. You can get Game Pass for $1 for a month.
Ooh, then I can play anything I
and
want.
there's like
well,
100 some
lots of
odd
other
games. Yeah, so you should give that a shot.
And it has a bunch of cross-platform play games,
Hey, that'd be
man.
neat.
Yep.
Like PC games, Xbox games.
Mm.
There's really the choices
probably
are
just-
limited.
Yeah, I'll
and
probably just pick
limitless.
one and then not actually play it. I'll be
Oh.
like, that's the one I want to play, and then never play it.
Okay.
Anyway, Mortieth84, get on there and friend me or whatever.
We should do some Titanfall.
Yeah, we should.
We haven't done that in forever.
Indeed.
That was fun that one time that we did it with a couple of the
Except
listeners.
James won't be able to play because he got rid of his Xbox.
I can be there in spirit. I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
chatting on the Discord, making fun of people.
We won't chat on Discord.
Nope, because I don't remember how to log in.
James.
All right, you been playing any games lately, Owen?
No, actually none. Too busy with the Christmas holiday trying to get everything done.
All right, Jarron.
Hi, I'm Jarron. You can find me on Twitter at Jarron. I'm off on break, so this is why I sound so excited. I've been playing some games. I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey on Project Stream.
How do you like that?
Well, Project Stream is a disaster.
Yes.
I will tell you that. The resolution's 1080p. I somewhat understand that. What I don't understand is the horrible frame rates and
It's
the
janky,
and the macro blocking.
Janky.
Like the input lag was actually a little bit
Remind me, what's macro blocking?
better. It's like where the video stream has like big squares in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the input lag was better than I was expecting. But like I said, the frame rates were horrible. I have never gotten motion sick in a normal game before, but this made
You
me
got motion sick while
Yes.
playing a video game on like a TV or a monitor?
Yes.
I've
It's
never
bad.
had that.
It's horrible.
Remember, I talked about it about 6 weeks ago or so because I got in early on the closed beta, and it's bad.
the graphics are like lowest setting Xbox graphics, which are not.
That's
good.
only because of the streaming. If it was on your PC, like they guarantee that it's running at high settings.
It doesn't look like high
It's
settings
because
to
of
me.
the streaming and the macro blocking and
maybe.
the garbage.
The game
That's too
itself,
bad.
the game itself is all right. I played like an hour because they have this deal where if you played an hour, you'll get an actual copy of Assassin's Creed Odyssey for PC.
Yeah.
So I
I
put
wish more things work like that. Just do it for an hour and then you get it for free.
I put in my time of torture, and the game was pretty fun. When I finished playing that, though, I went to Battlefield 5 with ray tracing at 60 FPS, and it was glorious to behold after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not impressed with Project Stream in the least at this point. They need to have consistent frame rates. Like 30 FPS is okay. It just needs to be consistent.
I played that one, and a while back I played the Nvidia Shield streaming thing, whatever they have for GeForce Now. That's what it's called. It was way better.
But so my connection
Still wasn't great, but it was way better.
I have a hardwire connection into my PC, 1 gigabit per second, and still it was just jank.
Did you notice any like input lag when you were giving commands?
It wasn't too bad.
Okay. Because
That
I was
part
going to say, when
alright.
I tried playing Crash Bandicoot, that was like a make or break thing with me. There was a little bit input lag, and that was
Yeah.
on the Switch.
Well, that game's. Wait. Oh, not streaming.
No, I wasn't streaming.
Okay, never mind.
I was just saying like input lag makes or
Yeah.
breaks a game.
For sure. Anything else you've been playing, Jarron?
Yeah, Battlefield 5. That game is pretty cool. It's a very high quality Battlefield game. So that's my mini review. There you go.
Ta-da!
Did you already talk about where people can hit you up just in case they want to talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey with you?
Huh? Yeah.
Like your Twitter?
Yep,
Did you already
Jarron.
say it?
At Jarron.
Oh man.
Yep.
So good.
But Battlefield 5 is a cool game. It's the best graphics I've ever seen in my life, and the gameplay is solid. It's tight. It's great.
It's toy.
Toy.
Toy like a tiger.
Yep.
What?
That's from Austin Powers, right?
Is it? I don't know. I've
think
never
so.
seen Austin
I
Powers.
bought the trilogy on iTunes because it's on sale for $15.
At this point, I feel like if I were to watch any Austin Powers, it would be more. It's like when I watched Napoleon Dynamite. I watched it a year after it came out, so it was more of like a compilation of quotes than it was a movie to me.
Goldmember, that's my favorite one. That's a great movie.
Goldmember was funny.
Yeah.
I will admit it. All right.
Oh, what's up, guys? This is James.
James, it's
You can
your
hit me up
turn.
on Twitter. My Twitter handle is JDD Jensen. JDD is for ADD. We need to bring the energy level up just a little bit.
My energy's up.
Come on, guys.
Shut
Roll
up.
your shoulders. Come on. Let's do. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you look like the turtle from Neverending Story right now.
Because my tired eyes are blinking like
Yes.
slowly and off.
You look
They're
like
not
you're like
there.
simultaneously the turtle from that
Dead.
and the horse that gets stuck in the mud. It's like,
Dead.
moo, get me out.
1,000 miles.
And I would walk 1,000 more. I've just been trying to play Super Smash Brothers, but the only problem is having a kid and trying to play games. It's like you got to play games.
You have no excuse. Your kid's
That-
young.
No, I got all the. Well, it's because my wife's been staying home, so like when I'm
Can-
home,
Can she walk yet?
no.
Okay, you have no excuse.
Well, yeah. So it's basically I'm the only reprieve when I get home for
Yeah,
her.
I
So like
understand
I
that.
take her, and then she wants to watch stuff on TV to give her a little bit of a break because we're trying this no screen thing for the first 2 years.
First
2 years?
first child.
Dude, you gotta try the baby Einsteins though.
Oh, we're going to. That's going to happen because I do not see it lasting 2 years. It is insane though that having a baby that's that small. Because right now our kid will be 3 months on the 28th. Like watching anytime the screen is anywhere in her peripheral vision, like her head is just like looking right at it.
It's because it's a bright thing with motion.
Oh, I understand why
Interesting.
we're so attracted to it.
Owen,
Yeah.
were you this way with your first child?
His
Little
first-
little bit more protective, a little bit.
Oh,
more.
I have no doubt that.
Nope. When I had my first kid, I was 22, 23. So I was still a kid myself. And
Oh,
I was like, what is this other little person that is dependent on me doing? Go away.
Like, I'm fully aware that by the time we have a second kid, if we misplace the second kid, we're going to have to hire a sketch artist for the milk boxes. Like, I understand where we are. But outside of that, I just sold my copy of Diablo to Tony.
Yes, you did.
Yes, and actually, I have an alternate box with alternate box art for you, too.
What's the alternate box art? Because I like the original.
It's like the traditional where it's like a red background.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm sorry. It's Doom. Oh, my gosh. I got those two mixed up.
Okay.
I got an empty Doom box for you.
No, I don't want that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
This is Diablo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
I guess it would be
That
interesting.
just clicked with me this very moment. I was like, why do I have 2 boxes? Outside of that, I haven't really done anything.
I could put the Doom box on my Diablo box and just be like, yep, what is it? Who knows?
Who knows? Let's roll the dice. Outside of that, it's like my little girl was sick last week, and I was sick the week before, and because she was sick, she sneezed in my mouth, which got me recongested.
Ugh. Gross.
I laugh because I know exactly what you're talking about. That's been since the end of August for me.
It's just you're just relaying sickness back and forth. If you
That's
were
all
to
you do.
just separate from your kids for just
Everybody
like a
would
week,
heal,
yeah,
but you can't. You
No.
can't not hold your kid.
they need Lysol that's like okay enough to spray in people's faces.
Jeez.
It's like open your mouth.
like germ mace.
Yeah,
Germ
that's it. I'm
mace.
going to see if there's germ mace online.
Germ mace.
And while I'm searching for this, did you guys know that we have a host? His name is Tony.
That's me. Hey, check me out on Twitter at QuadTTony, or every week on the Geek Show, or every other week on the Gadget Spot right here. Gaming wise, I have still been playing Destiny 2 because
You're obsessed.
Yep.
Man,
Because,
you really
yep,
like that game.
I do. It's really
You're
fun.
making me want to get into it.
They just started the new season of like side quests and redecorating the
What do you
the
play it
main
on?
hub PC.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun.
Do you have a crew that you play with on PC?
Just my uncle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you guys like raid together at all, or?
We haven't done any of the big raids because we haven't figured out how to get to them. And I hear they take like 3 hours at a time.
I was gonna say some of my best memories of gaming ever was from the first Destiny
that's
when
what
you
I've heard.
actually
The-
meet up with
The raids
5 other
are-
friends.
I've heard the raids are really good, but
Well, it's because you have to work together.
but we do a lot of the strikes.
You do.
There's a new thing called
Yeah.
Gambit. I don't.
What's
think was
Gambit?
it. Gambit is basically 2 teams fight in alternate dimensions to kill as many things as they can and summon a big boss, and then whoever kills the big boss first wins.
Oh, so it's
And you can-
it's like you're doing strikes, but like you're competing for time.
It's in an arena.
Oh,
You don't go anywhere. You just fight stuff that spawns. Kind of like horde mode a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
But you have to fight things, bank their souls, and you get enough souls, and it summons a big boss.
Interesting.
And whoever kills the big boss first wins. But you can also send people one at a time to the other side to kill the other team.
What?
Yeah, it's actually
Here's
really
the thing.
cool.
I feel like I got married, right, to this person that looked great. And then when I got married, they gained a bunch of weight and they were super mean to me. And then I got a divorce, and then they lost all the weight, went to therapy,
Wait, you
worked
got a
out all their
divorce
problems.
because she was fat?
No, I'm just saying.
Whoa.
And it could be a he. Let's be gender ambiguous.
You said she.
All that I'm saying is,
So many things.
is I feel like you married my ex.
I got like 2.0.
that is like way better. They
yeah.
worked on themselves. It's more attractive.
Yeah, I am really enjoying
It's
Destiny.
all about the butt for James.
But
I'm not really a butt guy, but go ahead.
so yeah, I've been playing that, and I drop in on Black Ops 4 a couple times a week as well, just because that's fun in the regular multiplayer and in the Blackout.
I like the regular so much better than the blackout.
I like them both.
Mainly because I
like them both a
suck
lot.
What's
at
the
Blackout.
difference?
Regular's
Blackout-
like classic Call of Duty deathmatch.
Okay, and then Blackout. I'm
Blackout's the
assuming
battle
is,
royale.
I have yet to kill someone in Battle Royale.
You'll get there.
Don't worry
No,
about it.
I don't think I will.
Because I got it on PC, so we'll team up and you'll get there.
Can you just hold somebody
yeah,
down?
he'll hold
and-
them down and let you be
I'll
like,
shoot.
okay, come on
Basically,
over here.
I'll shoot them until they fall down,
All
because
right.
that's what happens, and then you can finish them.
You're gonna Bambi's mom somebody for Jared. Come here, buddy.
Now, I'm not saying it'll happen in
Your
the first.
time.
I'm not saying it'll happen in the first game because I'm not great myself, but I have definitely got some kills.
He'll get there.
Is it still 100 people for their death match?
88?
No, they moved it up to 100.
Oh, they did?
Yep, they bumped
Is it a
up.
big map?
Yeah, huge map. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Very big.
So anyway,
Destructible environments?
No,
Oh.
but there are vehicles, helicopters,
Oh, that's
four-wheelers, trucks.
I'm a big fan of the destructible environments myself.
You should get Battlefield
Yeah,
5.
See, that's why
That's
that's
a
what I'm
battlefield.
thinking.
That's a battlefield
Yep.
thing. And then of course Smash. I've been playing Smash Brothers. All right, that's
Who
it.
do you main as in Smash Brothers?
Kirby.
I just been playing a lot of the Spirit Adventure, and
Yeah.
it's either Captain Falcon or Sheik. That's who I play as.
Nice. Who do
usually.
you main as Kirby?
Kirby, I love Kirby.
Who do you main as?
Either Fox or Falcon.
Nice. And I do either Dark Samus or Samus. Dark Samus is dope.
What's different about
There's
Dark
not.
Samus?
It's just reskinned.
it's the
Like
same.
all of her
That's what I
moves have been
said.
reskinned.
So
When she floats instead of walks.
let's go ahead and
Hot.
have some Patreon action. For
Owen.
our awesome Patreon.
What is Patreon?
Oh, you're not going to get the.
Try to be
top
positive.
notch, Owen. It's a digital tip jar. It's a place where you can
Nailed
help help us out on the show if you want.
Yep. So if you like our show, go to patreon.com/Gadget Spot, or is it the Gadget Spot?
Just Gadget Spot.
One of those.
We are nailing it,
probably
guys.
Gadget Spot. And if you donate $6 or more, we read your name aloud. And here we go: Adam Hecht, AJ Jasper, David Broshinsky, and Aaron Young. Thank you guys. You go above and beyond. Ryan Baker, Aaron Faulkner, Bloodborne is better than Uncharted. Derek Bauer,
Every
Adam
time.
Foote, Spencer Knowlton, Valentine, Kevin Eccles, Ryan McQueen, Johnny Rios. Oh no, the little pop-up thing is oh no, I lost it.
Oh, Jarron.
Okay. Michael Beck, Jeffrey Kale, Roger Allen, Austin Beauregard, Morty, Brian Lee, Conrad Southworth. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Way to go, Jarron.
Good job, Jarron. Beauregard!
Oh, dang it.
Yes!
All right. Thank you, Patreon backers. You are the best.
Do you do that all the time with Morty? Like after Austin Beauregard, do you usually try to say it
No,
louder?
that's
because
the
you know?
first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I noticed things like that because I watched the levels. So let's see. Also, we have a couple of emails. So who wants to read an email? I'll get one up. If,
I got this. We got one from Aaron.
Okay.
He says, first off, just joined in regularly about a month ago. Welcome.
Thanks, Aaron.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Aaron.
And have been going into the backlogs and love it. I have a handful of questions, one for each of you and one at the end. Beware, I write into podcasts quite a bit.
We like that.
Yes.
Oh, is this Lang?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know this person?
Yeah, I know Aaron. He's a good guy.
Oh.
He's a geek
What do
show.
you mean? Oh.
He's a geek show listener.
Oh, okay, good.
And
I thought you meant you knew him personally,
No,
and
I
that's
met-
why he's listening to us. Okay.
I met him a few times and at Geek Show, and we've hung out, and now he's joining on the Gadget Spot bandwagon.
If he's not your best friend, I feel good about this now. All right, let's do this.
Were you bummed that he's not your best friend?
A little bit.
Oh.
JDD, thanks for the Geek Show podcast shades. The last time I saw you, I had a question on drones.
Ooh, yes.
Once you start using a drone in production efforts of any kind, do you need certain licenses?
I haven't encountered that problem yet. I know there
Is a drone license.
is a drone license, and
But I believe it's only if you're doing it for commercial use.
it is 100%. And yeah, so I feel like Tony answered the question, so we're good. Next question. I want to answer Tony's question now.
Here's Tony's question.
Do it.
Why is it worth keeping up to date on being the gaming master race when I have a rig that gets the job done?
Because sometimes when I wear
good
my
question.
Crocs around my house, it makes me feel good because I have red hair.
Whoa!
That's not what I sound
It
like.
feels like I was looking right at Tony.
Right?
Whoa, that was good. Especially that comment about Crocs.
I don't have Crocs. I have real shoes.
I have Crocs and I love my Crocs.
Whoa, you're Tony again.
I know.
Well, why I'll tell you.
Yeah, why is it? Why is it good to stay up on hardware and be the best of the PC?
Well,
master race?
So
It makes you
I
feel
think
superior.
there's three of us on the table that can answer that question because there's three of us here that do PC gaming.
Oh, sorry, Owen. You just got into the Switch and we
I
just
think
moved to
if-
PC.
I think
It's
if you
okay.
flip
It's okay. It's all right.
if you just flip it, like it's the worst to be behind and have your game not load and have your game look janky and crappy.
Yeah, but he says it gets the job done, so
So,
it's not doing that.
I mean, does it get the job done?
Well,
Here's the thing.
think that's only
I use
PC.
this analogy to explain PC gaming to everyone that has a question like this. PC gaming for most PC gamers is an enthusiast hobby, just like tuning cars is a hobby for car guys. You know there's still a speed limit on the road, but you want your car to be able to go a lot faster than that speed limit. And so what do? You spend time and money because it's something you enjoy, basically.
That's a good answer.
For me, when I load a game, when I play a game that I can't play on ultra settings,
It bothers, right?
yeah, it feels like it's insulting myself. It's insulting my character. Like, how dare this
Yeah.
game not
It's-
play on ultra?
It's kind of a pride thing, you know, and
Yeah.
and I'll freely admit that. So, like, if you're a car guy and you put a turbocharger on your vehicle and you know that it should be getting X amount horsepower on a dynamometer, the thing that measures horsepower.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
Dynameter?
Dynamometer.
Dynamometer. Anyway,
Just call it a dyno.
on a dyno. Yeah, that's what they call it, a
Yeah,
dyno. You should be
dyno.
getting X amount of horsepower shown on the dyno. If it doesn't, you're like, come on. this should be getting 500 horsepower. Why is it getting 445 or something?
Right.
So it's the same kind of idea. But yeah. Also, the more you spend on it, usually the better the game looks, and that's always nice.
Yeah, indeed.
It's all about them looks.
All right, I'll answer. I'll ask the next question.
Oh.
It says, Jarron, why do you hate James so much?
Yeah, why do you hate me so much?
I don't. When was the last time I just flat out made fun of you?
Like 10 minutes ago.
No. What did I say?
Well, that's the thing. What didn't you say? You didn't compliment me on my hair, on
I
how
did.
much I've been working out.
I hugged
you
you
haven't
today.
complimented me on how good of a dad I am.
He slips these barbs
It's
in.
more about what you don't say than what you say. Would you like some chocolate?
Don't get that chocolate on the carpet.
He's comparing negative space.
No. So my innate personality, I tease those who I love. If I'm not teasing you, I don't love you.
Yeah, but you don't talk to me.
Yes, I do.
Oh, dude,
Well,
you
right
have
now.
chocolate all over your phone.
Oh,
gonna
do
get
not
melted
get that
in
on
there.
the carpet. I will skin you alive.
Jaron's already forcibly reached across my keyboard to move my drink to the center of the table because he's afraid of the stains.
Oh, and we're way off topic from the question, but you should have seen earlier when we were playing Smash. I had my Rockstar on the ground by the couch.
Oh, no.
And Jarron was like, that drink on the ground is getting really nervous.
Oh, yeah. That's how you beat him. That's how you beat him in Smash.
Right?
Just bring that over.
I lifted my leg up that was closest to it and wiggled it really quickly. And he goes, no!
Oh, we have a lot
Was
of
this
fun.
carpet expensive or something?
No, it's just
It's
white.
new. It's white and it's new.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't hate James.
He loves him.
I just like to tease. That's me.
What? I wasn't
I'm a
paying attention.
teaser.
What'd
All
you
right. Next one, Owen. When you powder up, in quotes,
Oh, no. Oh, no.
does it look like an upside down LeBron James maneuver?
Oh, you've hit me with a sports analogy, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm
Let me
Googling-
interject here.
I'm
He has
Googling
Googled LeBron James.
maneuver. I'm looking at images.
Just look
of,
up LeBron James chalk dust or powder.
I'm not. Oh, good point. I'm gonna say. So LeBron James.
Are you
going
gonna
to
look at
it? Is
So watch the video, what he
hold
does.
on. I'm just doing a video.
It only takes a
While
couple
he's doing
seconds.
that, can we have the name of the episode be LeBron James's chalk
Chalk.
powder?
No, we can do better
chalk
than that.
Dang it.
clap. That's
Chalk clap,
That's
yeah.
probably it. Oh, yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, that's I'm looking at these pictures and yeah, he looks like he's like
He's got it down.
he looks like he's like praising the heavens and yeah, so that's kind of what happens.
That's a
when I
man
powder
who
up.
knows how to use his powder.
Yeah, I don't powder up anymore. I bought something to fix that.
The bidet.
The
Ooh,
Slim
I want to talk about
Zero.
that later.
What's
And-
that like going to the bathroom
not-
outside of your house now, though?
That's not true. I still powder up, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Are
can't
you
stop.
powdered right now?
no,
He can't stop
no.
it. It has to happen.
It's too convenient for when you skip a shower to powder up.
That's why you don't skip a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I shower
Oh.
every day.
What?
I can't not shower before I leave my house.
You need
So
to have
I'm
about
still
3 more
confused.
kids.
I'm still confused why.
Please don't make me.
I'm still confused why powdering absolves the need of showering.
It doesn't. Just
It seems
temporarily
like-
delays it.
But why?
Is powdering
Because-
your,
What's happening in between the cheeks?
is powdering your
That's
bottom
the whole
That a
area.
shower
the adult
solves.
version? Is powdering your bottom the
The
adult
smell
version
and the
of putting Axe
texture.
on your body as a teenager?
No, I shower.
It's just like covering it up.
no showering.
No.
Powder.
Oh, powdering.
Powder.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. It's like testicular cologne. Is that applicable?
Yeah,
What?
that sounds about right,
All
I
right.
guess.
Wait. What did you say?
It covers it for
It's very French of you.
yeah. There
Testicular
you
cologne.
go.
I've never
Thank you.
heard of this.
Well,
I don't
look it
think
up.
I wanted to hear
You should
about
do
this.
You should do an image search of that.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Last question, all of you. What's your favorite vintage games on consoles? I got a Game Surge 4s. I don't even know what that is. On the way, and I'm doing quite a few emulators and love hearing titles I never knew about. Keep up the spotting and with all sarcasm and care. Lang.
Some classics. You got, of course, the Mario stuff is always good. But Blaster Master, that's good stuff.
That's a great game.
And then you got Adventure Island is a lot of fun.
My favorite of all time is Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite vintage game that I played and I never beat and I always regretted it. And I even tried to go back and play it on an emulator. It's called Seventh Saga.
Never heard of it.
It's hard.
Sounds hard.
It was hard.
The name like
Back-
Seventh Saga.
Back in the day, it was hard, and now trying to play it on emulator is even harder.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a super long game. This is what I remember of it. This is from my memory. It was a super long game. We rented it from Blockbuster. We played it for like a week. And I'm talking about a week where you don't sleep because your parents are bad parents. Like, like where kids are up until like midnight or 1 on school nights playing this video game. And we were like, we beat it. And then it starts another chapter.
Oh.
And you just keep going. We never beat that game.
How many chapters are there?
I don't know. I've never gone and done the
7.
research to look it up. But anyway, 7th Saga. Go play that on your emulator.
I have been waiting for the longest time, and I don't know anybody else who's ever played this game, and I loved it with my whole heart. Ogre Battle 64.
I've heard of Ogre Battle.
Never even heard of
Never
that.
played it, though.
It was the best game that I've ever played on the Nintendo 64 that I have never seen since.
Nice.
There's been 0 remakes of it. Then I remember on my computer there was an old like spaceship game that I don't remember the name of it. It was like I thought it was Star Fox, but apparently that's not what it was.
Gradius?
What? Did you just name it? And last but not least, oh shoot, I just had it on the tip of my I don't remember. Did you say Gradius?
Yeah, Gradius. I'll also throw in Journey to Silius. That's a good one.
Oh wait, I do remember on the old on the computer it used to be like one of those like type to open like a door, like open door, old school, like it almost looked like Pitfall kind of games. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's like a DOS game.
It was if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a LucasArts game.
I mean, there was several of them. Like, but one was specifically set in outer space, and yeah, if you wanted to go through a door, you literally had to type like open door.
Commander Keen was great on PC.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I remember playing that at your house growing up. That was awesome.
Classic.
We have 3 more emails. I think we should probably only read one more. We could save the others
Okay.
because we're limited on time today. This is from Danny. I don't think we've had one from him before. Hello, I have a question. What is the point of a tablet nowadays? Especially with huge phones, I stupidly want the new iPad 2, but I can't figure out what I actually would do on it that I can't do on my phone, nor would I want to carry a tablet around all day. If home, I would go on my laptop or desktop. Could replace my laptop. Only thing I can think is comics would be nicer on a tablet.
Yeah.
But I can't justify paying that much to sometimes read comics. What am I missing here?
Here's the thing, Danny.
Side note, on you talking about gathering user data, did you watch Westworld? Basically showed that the real value of Westworld is in the user data.
That
Holy
was so
crap!
good.
I just did that.
I'm only in episode 2 of Westworld.
I'm only on
after you got
episode
it.
3.
Oh,
Were you
guys.
having any problems with the first episode?
Yeah, the files were encoded in something crazy.
See, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
You guys
I had to go get them. again.
are in for a treat. The first 2 seasons of Westworld are very good.
The first season is amazing, but the second season, yeah, like I said, I'm only in episode 2, but it's pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Danny. So I have a MacBook Pro. I want to say this is like a 17-inch or something like that.
15.
I've been peering over my laptop, and I've been secretly coveting Jarron's iPad lately.
Well, you're being creepy about this.
It's grown on me. At first, I thought it was stupid.
This is my opinion. An iPad, if you're doing work, stick with your laptop.
Yeah.
If all you are
Well, it
using your
depends on
laptop
what's your
for,
work, though. You have to define that. Like, because I use
I would
my
say-
iPad at work
I would
to
say
take notes.
almost any work.
yeah, well, if you're just taking notes, yeah, the iPad's great. But if you're on a time limit trying to get stuff done, the iPad will slow you down. Stick with your laptop. But if you're just using it for leisure, with an occasional, I gotta type something out, do the iPad. It's awesome.
I would say almost any form of media consumption.
Yeah.
An iPad, as long as you're not worried about like portability, you don't want to. If you need to be able to stick it in your pocket and get going, obviously iPad's not going to be the best option. But if you're, in a spot where it doesn't matter, or you have a backpack, leisurely media consumption, iPad is the way to go.
Yeah.
I would say almost as important as the iPad, though, is your case. Like,
You
if you don't have a
definitely-
good case for it, like,
Especially
and it
if you're
can't
gonna-
prop it up.
Yeah, if you're going to travel with it as well, in case you drop it, get a
It-
good case.
The iPad will be faster than your laptop. It'll have a better screen than your laptop. It'll sound better than your laptop. Has a much better camera. So those are the advantages. But if you
Do you
need
take photos with your iPad?
I don't, but
You're one of those
it has
people
a
like
great camera.
festivals that hold up their iPad. And
The whole 10-inch iPad.
I went to Italy just like 6 years ago, and there was these tourists taking pictures with iPads.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Just
oh,
ridiculous.
it's so horrible.
it's so cringy.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my opinion.
But then again, do you remember like 10 years ago when people were actually taking photos with like selfie sticks? Remember looking at them and be like, look at those guys, freaking nerds.
They were just ahead of the curve. Are
Yeah,
you
they
kidding
were,
me?
100%. I was in the wrong.
And now they've been banned in most places.
Dude, it's the multi-gesture on that, man. It's so pretty. I've been looking at your iPad more often. It's nice.
Yeah, the 13-inch. Ooh,
If you don't mind me asking, like how
Perfect.
much is
12.9.
the size? It's 12.9?
12.9.
round up, just like with Owen's lateness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's the size.
No.
How much?
Wait.
How much is it?
Unacceptable.
I think it starts.
Expensive.
I think it starts at 11.
I believe it's 1,100. It's either 1,000 or 1,100. I think it's 1,100, and then that's the 64 gig. The 256 is 12.99.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts.
Or 11.99, something like that.
So I guess if you can get your work to pay for it, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Expensive.
All right, let's see. Let's head into speaking of iPad Pros, Apple.
Yes.
Oh, Apple.
I love that article. you posted.
Unbelievable. Apple has decided that people with bent iPad Pros do not get their iPad Pros replaced.
I don't understand
Well, let's clarify this. If it's within the normal return policy, yeah, you can get your iPad replaced. Like the first 14 days.
They said it's not a replaceable reason. Not a good reason to
Assuming it's past the normal return policy.
And
Is that
Jared,
what it is?
Yeah.
So you have 2 weeks?
You have 2 weeks.
but Jared, in
So
Tony's
you got
defense,
2 weeks.
So buy your iPad, look if it's bent. If it's bent, take it back, get a new
Don't
one.
bend
Well,
it
that's-
after
However,
2 weeks.
that's not the big deal. The biggest deal is them saying it's
normal.
normal. It's normal for iPads
How
to
bent
be
are we
slightly
talking?
bent enough that if you hold it up and look at the edge, you can see a curve.
and
Well,
Jared,
I agree with half their statement. It's normal for a production line to produce some inferior products,
right.
But that's why you have quality control and throw those ones out.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
But they're not.
This is for people.
I know, exactly. That's why I
They're
agree with
getting
half
them-
of it.
They're getting them shipped bent, or they're bending after they get them.
No, they pull them out of the box bent.
Oh, okay.
And Jared, in Tony's defense too, I mean, think about what season we're coming into. I mean, we're coming into Christmas, so people buy it, they
You're
let
out
it
of
sit
the
in the box.
You're out of the 14-day window if you bought it 2 weeks early for Christmas.
Yeah. For a present.
Or do
Here's
they have
your
do they have a special
I'm
gift
not sure.
exchange thing?
Here's your bent iPad.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
This is why I
Pen
only
pal.
see you on the weekends.
and
Get out.
this is a premium device. We just
Right.
talked about how expensive it is.
I think other places they'll have a more lenient return policy.
I hope they do.
like Best Buy and stuff like that.
But yeah, the fact that they would come out and say, "Oh, it's normal. Don't worry about it. It's just keep it. It's fine."
Yeah, buy it
Buy
from
your-
someplace so you can go talk to the manager.
Buy your $1,300 premium product. See that it's bent,
It's
and don't worry.
It's
about
not
it.
a crazy bend. It's a slight bend, but still.
Would it
it's-
bug
Well,
you, Jaron?
And
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
see,
But it's a slight bend.
so
It's
you-
still
don't
not. It's horrible.
you already checked yours.
I don't know.
Oh,
Let's do this right now in real time, guys.
So let's see if your iPad's bent.
This is
there,
exciting.
Jaron.
If it is Ben, I'll take it off your hands for you.
No, he'll just exchange its works.
Oh, it is. I can see the bend on this side. Look at that. Look at that.
It's not bent.
I know. It's
Turn it
not.
over.
I just wanted to freak him out.
Check the other
Does
side.
this look bent to you?
Am I looking at you or the iPad?
Oh, wait, what? Check the other side too, though.
That's it. You're straight, Jaron.
No,
Yeah.
no, at the bottom compared to where you
Super.
had it before. So anyway, yeah, the fact
Can
that
I hold the iPad really quick?
this
Don't
by
touch
itself?
it.
this
I just wanna hold it.
harkens
Just want to hold it.
this harkens back to Antenna Gate, back with
Right.
Steve Jobs on the iPhone 4. The fact that all these people were having problems with their phone because Apple designed the antenna placement in a bad place for where people hold their phone, and Steve Jobs just gets up and says, "You're holding your phone wrong."
Yeah.
Like this is the same
Blame
kind
the
of thing.
user.
I saw an article that
You
said-
guys own phones, don't you?
this article said basically,
Right.
if Steve Jobs were still alive, this would have never happened. This wouldn't be a problem. I don't think so.
I'm going to challenge that
There was-
statement.
That was only one instance of him doing that, but
And to round out our iPad conversation, the 13-inch starts at $1,000.
starts at $1,000. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, like they should have and could have handled this a lot better. That's the problem that I have with the way Apple, because you're 100% right, Jarron. You're going to mass produce millions of devices. There are going to be some that don't come out at spec. But the fact that they say no, it's still at spec.
Yep.
Yep.
Normal. Continue on. Pleb.
Maybe they have
Beep,
like
beep,
a limit of how much it can be bent before they accept the return. Who knows?
I think if you come in and complain that it's bent,
Yeah,
you should get it
there should be
changed.
no limit. Like
Cost them. I mean,
if you can show that it's bent, you should get it replaced.
yep.
That's it. All right.
Oh,
so,
and just quick side note, shout out to Premiere Pro for actually being able to allow encoding for Apple ProRes video files. So
Is that new?
whoop whoop. Yeah,
that a new feature?
they finally allowed you to
Oh.
start being able to code
Nice.
videos.
I
and
don't
that.
know why that's important, but it sounds
It's
cool.
yeah. I mean, like when you code a video, I don't know if you guys know. Because I mean, you can shoot in RAW, but it's just this huge file, right? And then anytime you smush it down to like a H.264, so like an MP4 or like an MOV file or something like that, it takes the information and it smushes it. And anytime you smush it, there's a certain amount of like
Degradation.
loss in footage. Apple ProRes is a little bit bigger, but it's a lot better at compressing footage. Not only that, but
That's the name of the format, Apple ProRes?
Apple ProRes. Yeah, I mean it's still MOV at the end of the
Oh,
day.
okay.
Do you
but
have
it's,
to shoot that on
Gosh.
an Apple device? Are their devices the only ones?
No,
that
no,
encode
no.
that
So
way?
you can convert your footage
Okay.
into Apple ProRes. I mean, you can yeah. So anywho, but it's more about your machine being able to read the code
right with the
and
codec.
interpret it.
Right.
And Apple ProRes is really really good for your
So now
devices.
Adobe Premiere brought in the codecs that they can read that.
yeah. So my guess is because sorry, and this isn't on the show notes. Sorry for
We can't talk about it then.
but my guess is because they're introducing like Premiere Rush, which is that app that I edited the video on my phone. I'm assuming that
I thought that was a movie starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
it is actually. Yeah, it's when he goes back
No,
in
that's-
time as Bruce Willis.
Premium Rush.
Ah, so close.
Oh, and I was talking about Looper.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm assuming that this next year they're going to do a bigger push for editing videos on your tablet because, not going to lie, like if I had something like Jarron with a tablet screen that's this big and I was on an airplane and I had just like the Apple Pen and being
could
able to
work.
edit a video right there with a pen,
That'd be sweet.
It would be pretty cool.
especially
we
in
could get
ProRes.
we could get past those horrible airline videos and get some actually good ones.
I don't know. When we
of
flew
like
international,
of the flight attendants being jerks or weird flight flight members or
when we flew international, we flew Virgin, and their in-flight video was amazing. It was so good. So anywho.
All right. Also, let's talk a little bit about good old gaming. We need to review.
The website that sells games?
That's a website, gaming?
look it up.
Good old gaming.
Good old gaming.
Oh, that's good old games.
Oh, close enough.
You're close. GOG. We've all had, three of us have had a couple of weeks with Smash Brothers.
Whoop, whoop.
Owen's time with Smash Brothers is coming.
It's coming.
So
We saw a picture.
I've had 45 minutes.
We
Oh,
did-
so you
guys-
did get it out and play it.
You won't know.
No, with us.
We played it.
Oh, okay.
So we should do a review on Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
That game is so good.
I love it.
I'm going to kick it off with a perfect rating. 10 out of 10.
I agree. It's everything I want in a Smash Brothers game. I've heard there's input lag issues for the hardcore fans, but I don't care about that.
I guess-
it feels good enough to me.
Yeah,
when they say
I'm not-
input lag, what do they mean by that?
I'm not hardcore enough to notice, so it feels perfect.
The time it takes to push a button and to see that action register on the screen.
To me, it's more the movement speed is very, very close to what you would see on the Wii. Because I was a hardcore GameCube Super Smash Brothers player. And I actually went back, I whipped out the GameCube and I played it again just to kind of compare. You move a lot faster on GameCube. That's the thing that I noticed when I was playing this when I first took it out is my respawn time was just a little bit. So like if somebody threw an item, when I hit bumper to dodge, I wouldn't dodge enough time. I'd still dodge, but it would be just a second. So I kind of get what they're saying, but that's one thing that I noticed with the Wii version is they kind of slowed everybody down just a little bit. And I would assume that they did that so the average gamer could, I mean, it's easier. You know what I mean? But I agree with Tony. Like it's perfect. I can't think of anything.
There's 70 plus characters, like
1,000.
almost 100 freaking boards to play on.
Yeah, there's like thousands of. I want to know how many spirit.
And they let you get
characters
the
there are.
characters pretty rapidly too,
And
which
yeah.
I thought was really cool because a lot of developers will make you have to put in 40 plus hours to get
Right.
like there's like, oh, we need to increase playability, we need to make them there, we have to make this game like, oh, you have to put in this much time so that people think
It'll still
you know.
take.
And it takes
it'll
you a
take a
while.
while.
It
But-
takes you a while, but it's not hard. Like they don't
Yeah,
make it like
it's
so that you
not-
have to play.
Exactly.
It kind of it caters to like a whole range of different players with different levels of time.
Actually, I do have one change. If I could change something, it's like The one thing I don't like is when you haven't unlocked everybody and you're playing in a group of friends or something, just regular Smash. I think it's like 10 minutes or something like that. There's a lot of like theory on how long. My thing is 10 minutes.
I think it's 10.
A new character appears, and it kind of breaks up the gaming a little bit. Where I want to jump right back into the next game with friends.
I don't like how it does that in multiplayer.
But that's really me reaching for something. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, there's 1,299 spirits in the game.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Up to this point, the Nintendo 64 version was my favorite.
Same.
I never really liked the GameCube version. It just didn't feel right to me.
Same.
But this is the first game that I like better than the Nintendo 64 version, and it's just perfect.
Yep. Well, there we go. Perfect scores.
Yeah.
For Smash Brothers Ultimate on the Switch from us.
It really pushed me over the edge. I wasn't gonna get a Switch.
You played 45 minutes, and you're like,
I was like, I'm getting it. Yeah.
done.
We played that a little bit here, and I was like, I'm getting it, and I'm gonna blame it on my kids.
I feel like that's going to be a lot of my life. It's just like, I didn't amount to anything. Obviously, it's your fault.
She wanted it. My daughter wanted it, so I got it.
Your daughter's 2.
Yeah. You got to train them young, you know. You got to get that dexterity.
The funny thing is, I didn't know about classic mode until like last week.
Wait, what's that?
Classic mode is you set a
the
difficulty setting, and it's on a slider. So if you beat somebody, it slides up a little bit in the next game.
Classic mode was the only single player in the original N64.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It's in the blue menu screen.
Yeah. All right, there you go, Smash Brothers.
I do miss the obstacle courses though that the GameCube version.
Oh, wait.
Those were kind of fun.
The other thing
on the N64 version.
They have been making updates to it. It was kind of garbage when it first came out. No, actually, I do have a couple. The online could be a little bit better.
Oh well, okay.
Also,
I take that back. We're not talking about online because if you factor online into it, you have to take a point off. I think.
Well,
it was pretty laggy when I played it.
You know what? I am actually out of 10. I'm going to take a 0.5 off because when you meet up with somebody online, have you done that yet? Where you just challenge one of your friends to play? So it has like this little arena, and you have to take your pip and you got to put it in the thing, and you can't change your character when it's in the little arena. You got to pick it up and take it out of the arena.
You're right.
And you can't put AI bots in there to play with you.
I played a couple online battles. This one guy I played, he just did the exact same move the whole time. Only one move, and he was really good at that one move, his timing and everything. Luckily, I beat him, but he was just pissing me off so much because that's all he did.
See, that's the thing with that's why I can't play like games like Tekken, like fighting games. That's why I like this fighting game, because even if they do the same move every time, there's always a way around it, regardless of the character. So.
Yep. Cool.
So 0.5 for me. 9.5.
I'll still give it a 10.
I'll still give it a 10 because I personally don't care that much about the multiplayer online.
And you know what?
I'm all about the couch
I'm
co-op.
gonna give my friends a 5.0 out of 10 for playing this freaking game with me, because they don't. I have one friend that does.
Jerks.
What are you talking about?
Oh wait, are we? In
Well,
that?
like back in the day, like GameCube, I used to stay up till like 5 in the morning playing with my friends, and now that we're online, it's made almost too easy to play. Freaking friends.
I want to play with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll play.
And I'll just throw my gamer code up. I know a lot of people have been messaging me, and I've been kind of falling behind on adding people, so I'm just going to throw my gamer code up on the Gadget Spots Facebook page. So just find me there. Let's play.
Cool. Also, gaming news related is some Halo news came out.
Did they make another arcade game?
No, we'll call this real Halo news. Not fake Halo news.
It's pretty good, except for that it caters to that they called the PC gamers the first class citizens.
That's because in Halo games up until now, PC gamers have been second class citizens.
Right, which is as it should be.
Hey, let's not forget that they had an extra gun in the PC first Halo game. It was the Needler rifle.
Yeah. But the problem is it took like a long time to actually get the game on the PC.
We don't talk about
So, despite my tone and what I just said, if Halo comes out on the PC, there will be some video guards requisitioned to play that game over to the PC. I will join the PC Master Race.
Well, it's coming out on PC as well, but it's going to be on Xbox.
Well, if they're optimizing it, making it like way better on the PC, then I'm going to be going there.
What's cool about Microsoft is if you buy it on one, it'll work on the other.
Yeah.
And since it will have 4-player split screen on the Xbox, it's perfect
it's so
because
good.
you can play it on the
They're
Xbox.
reintroducing the 4-player split screen.
Yeah, because they should have never taken it away.
So many good nights.
Yeah. Halo 5 Guardians was just one big cinematic trailer that you got to control a little bit.
It was the movie that Peter Jackson was unable to make.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want him to make movies anymore anyway.
They took
I
District
like him.
9. They took District 9. They're like, just let's make it into a video game and call it Halo 5 Guardians and not have the Master Chief in it.
I did not care for that movie very much.
District 9.
Yeah, I watched it once. I liked it, but like
Once
after
you
that,
once
it's
you
kind of
know
a bummer of a
once
movie.
you know that it's the leavings of a Halo movie, you can't help but see the tech and the costume
Very
design
similar. Yeah.
in the movie, because it was supposed to be a Halo movie.
No,
that
it
fell
was
apart,
it
and
was
then
the
they
dude's. If that movie succeeded, he was going to make the Halo movie.
Oh yeah, but it had. I thought.
Thrones.
Yeah.
But it was like a high budget indie movie.
Yeah.
It was weird.
That's exactly what it was. But yeah, so I'm excited because not only will they be optimizing it for the PC, but it's also going to be one of those Xbox Play Anywhere games.
Yeah, that's
so you
right.
buy it once and you'll play it on PC or
So
Xbox.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Did
which
you say
makes
it's?
sense.
Did you say it's the next
Oh,
Halo
you said
game?
that?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, they're called.
fighting
It's called
my computer.
Halo Infinite. It's the official name of the next Halo.
But it's Halo 6 Infinite.
yeah.
right?
It's they're just calling it Halo Infinite, but it's the new. It's actually going to continue the story.
Do I actually get to play as everybody else except for the Master Chief?
No,
No,
Master
they've-
Chief
they've
is coming
said-
in.
They said specifically this game will focus on Master Chief.
As it
So
should.
is this,
As it should be,
is this the
exactly.
last Halo game you need to own because you'll be able to play it?
Infinitely?
Yes.
I don't know.
Who knows? That might be something they'd stupidly do.
One thing they did say at the beginning when they first revealed this was it was a brand new trailer, which is kind of a lie. They actually later came out and said there are aspects of the old engine that they brought over to the new
Right,
engine.
because this is supposed to be Slipspace engine, but
Slipstream.
Slipstream.
Yeah.
No, Slipspace.
Oh, is it Slip Space?
Did they use?
Slipspace
Oh, okay,
engine.
my bad.
Yeah.
Did they use Slipspace for Halo 5 Guardians?
No, they
No.
used the old, basically a really beefed up version of the engine they used for Halo 4.
Yeah.
But-
Slipspace is supposed to be its own brand new thing, right?
Yeah, and it's but I mean, as with any in-house engine, when they make a new game, even 90% of the time, if they say it's a brand new engine, it still has a few pieces of the
Right.
old engine in
Because
it.
you don't reinvent the wheel
Exactly,
completely.
exactly.
Well, there is a good base foundation. Why change
right,
it? you know?
exactly. You know, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But still have no idea of
They
when.
they didn't do any type of release date.
Yeah.
They needed to drive what they're thinking, what they're talking about of new consoles, and if they better not use that game to make me buy another Xbox One.
Speaking of video games, I actually ran into somebody that was. I work with her. She's 22 and she'd never heard of Half-Life.
Really?
Like, how do you guys? Because I had a little bit of a hard time. How do you guys explain the impact of
That's
Half-Life?
if she's 22,
when it came out.
if she's 22, that means
Right
she
before her time.
Yeah, she was born in 1996, right?
22. I thought that was 96. Yeah.
So Half-Life came out in 98.
And
Well, like, how do you explain?
and she would have been pretty young for Half-Life 2.
How do you
She would have been
explain
too
the
young for
impact of
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life on the gaming industry?
Half-Life 2 reinvented the first-person storytelling.
To me, it
You
like
know?
the definitive thing with Half-Life is just the opening sequence when you're
That's what I mean.
literally taking a tram to work.
That's what I mean. Like, it reinvented the way you tell a story in a first-person game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every game after that copied it or anything like that, but it was the first of its kind.
It made
like
people
that.
rethink like how to tell a story.
Exactly. And the way that the AI reacted to your character and things like that, it was revolutionary. I mean,
Half-Life was so fun.
there's no other way to put it.
What I'm going to do is after she asked me that, I kind of Google searched like gaming reviews of Half-Life because like I just kind of wanted to get other people's point of views on that, and I actually stumbled upon a Half-Life documentary, and I'm actually going to throw that in.
Was that the
show
one on
notes.
YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I saw that come up in my feed.
I'm going to watch that.
Dude, was like an hour and a
it's-
half.
It's really, really, really good. I mean, it's just watch it on your phone. You know, just turn it on and then put it down in your car and just listen to it through your
No.
speaker system.
That's a toilet documentary right there.
You're going to spend an hour and a half on the toilet?
No, I mean it'll take a few days.
So yeah,
Ugh.
it's Unforeseen Consequences, a Half-Life documentary. Or honestly, if you just go to YouTube and type in Half-Life documentary, it's really, really good. I'll throw it in our show notes.
Nice. Also, gaming related was where'd it go? I was just looking at it.
And while Tony's trying to think of that, look at
Yeah,
the South
give
Park
me-
documentary. That's
give me a
also on YouTube. 6 Days to Air. It's really, really good.
Oh, Fortnite. Fortnite's getting sued again for
The Carlton.
Dancing,
yeah,
right?
for their dances that they put in.
Which I
So-
Can you patent a dance
That's
in
what I
that
don't.
way?
That's what I don't know.
I
Like,
mean,
can you?
Well, here's the
You should
issue.
be suing dance clubs for years.
Well,
then.
look at Carlton from Fresh Prince. That dance is so
Like,
intertwined
it's-
with him.
Yeah, it's iconic for the
Yeah.
character.
But But even he said in interviews that he took that dance from somebody else.
Yeah. Might as well sue somebody for doing the waltz or the
What?
foxtrot or whoever
What?
created that.
Let's see if I can find
He
it.
took that dance from somebody.
That's
have
what I
no
don't get.
faith.
Like, how do you
patent
do
moving
you
your
patent-
body in a certain way?
exactly? How do you patent or copyright?
That's my move.
Yeah, a dance.
It's just because Fortnite's making so
that's
much
exactly what it
money
is.
that they're
Because-
like, everybody's like, I want a piece of that. You can't put me into a game or any part
Yeah.
of me
Here's
into a
the
game.
problem is
so
the Carlton
it's been in
dance.
like 8 different games.
We got Saints Row, World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2. It's just
League
because
of
it's a big
Legends.
game.
It's just because Fortnite is so huge.
right.
that
I'll
he's
put
like,
this
I
video
want
in
some
our show
Christmas
notes.
money.
I don't
The
think
Uncharted games had it as an emote.
Destiny.
Destiny had it.
I think patenting a dance is no different than patenting the way we say words coming out of our mouth.
Patent an accent.
That's so
Can't-
hot.
But you can't do that.
You can't.
Well,
I hope
brand
it
name,
fails.
like, well, not
I-
patent, but like copyright. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying okay, so maybe you can, but have any of these guys? Because he's like one of a few people that are suing
Yeah, there's some
Fortnite.
football players, right, that are like doing.
And
Like,
there's a musician for one of his dance. I can't remember his name, but anyway, if these people can show that they have an active copyright on the dance, absolutely. Give
Well, yeah,
them,
if they
give
have
them
the
their money.
copyright.
but who did that? Who was like?
But-
who was like?
I
Well, you
don't-
know what? This dance is so awesome. I'm going to copyright it right now in case.
I don't know if has a dance ever been copyrighted.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, can you even do that?
And
I don't
if
know.
it has,
What about the
I'll-
electric slide or the Macarena?
or
Yeah.
the moonwalk?
I mean, I think it could be copyrighted. I just don't think any dances have been, to
Yeah.
my knowledge.
It's interesting. If all of these actually go to court and get settled in court, it will be one of those cases that probably sets a precedent.
So apparently,
in U.S. law, choreography is protected under the 1976 Copyright Act.
you beat me to it. I just put that up too.
But is
Oh, James almost sounded so smart.
But this has a range of stipulations. Now it's me that sounds smart.
It's a form of dramatic composition.
Yeah, but how do you copyright it?
But you had to have planned it. Like,
is it something you have to apply for, or is it like
Yeah.
art? Like art?
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
it is a fixed, intangible medium of expression.
so it is like
but-
when you
but-
when you
but-
do art, when you do a dance like a performance like ballet.
Yeah.
That can be copyrighted.
That's why you can't go
Right.
into places and screech because it's copywritten by Yoko Ono.
But does it involve an actual paperwork process?
Yeah, for sure. There's a registration process.
Because I know that if you like photography, I'm pretty sure photography. If you take a picture, that picture is automatically guaranteed, like yours. It's copyrighted.
Okay,
to
I got
you.
the stipulations right here. In order to copyright it, the dance must be your original work. So he already said in interviews,
If it's not
he
his,
took it
then
from
he has
somewhere else.
no right to sue.
The dance must be fixed in a tangible object, which includes film or video. So he has that.
Okay, so he's got
And the
that.
dance does not have to tell a story or be presented before an audience to receive copyright protection. I don't know.
I think-
it just depends on who has more money.
I think
to
that
throw
if,
at the
I
lawyers.
think that if you planned it, sure. If he would have copyrighted the Carlton years ago, sure. If he would have gone through that, but it was just
Is he really hurting for money though?
no, but
he's
more
got-
money is
He
better.
only has one thing associated to his name: this weird dance he came up with
Not true.
35 years
Yeah.
ago.
He's been the host of America's Funniest Videos for like 3 or 4 years now.
What?
That show exists.
Oh, it's still on. I
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it. I watch it
I
like
thought
every
that was.
Sunday.
I
Are
thought
you
that was
serious?
Tosh. I thought that was Tosh.0.
Nah.
But like, if he would have planned it, I can see that. But that, I mean, let's be honest. The Carlton was what kept him even relevant. Like in
After the Fresh Prince.
after the Fresh Prince. So he's had what? When did that end? 12 years ago, like or more. So like 12 years of he could have been.
12. Come on. 12 years ago would have been 2006.
Oh right, that was way longer.
So
See, I'm
the-
losing time, folks.
So the dude's name is Alfonso Roberto, and
Ribeiro.
according to Forbes, he's worth $7 million. So
Yeah.
yeah, go get your money.
Yeah.
$7 million's basically
Well, they
broke.
got
in
what do we got?
Hollywood.
The floss is also on there, and that's being sued, right?
By Backpack Kid.
Yeah, by Backpack Kid.
Freaking Backpack Kid.
What's that kid famous
Oh.
for?
The floss.
His
But he
backpack.
didn't patent it. That's the thing, is that they didn't plan that. They're famous. They're enjoying the fame of their dance move because it's going viral or whatever.
Yeah.
And then now, somebody capitalizes on it and they go, wait, I want money.
But isn't the whole point of suing to get the damage caused?
Damages.
How much money has Carlton lost by
Well,
that
instead of watching my YouTube channel now,
So-
they're playing Fortnite to get their floss needs.
That's the question: is
I
how
guess.
can you quantify how much money he would have lost? And I guess you could take it into the point of view of if they sold this emote for money, he should be getting a cut.
I didn't
of
think of
each
it like
sale. Now back to I did look up real quick. I don't know if it's like photograph copyright law, but photograph copyright law is basically it says right here copyright under the Federal Copyright Act of 1976, photographs are protected by copyright from the moment of creation.
Right.
So as soon as you take that
I
picture,
prefer the term
it's
conception
yours.
versus creation.
That's
I
not
like
right.
either.
So anyway, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where that goes, if it goes anywhere.
I think it'll fall apart, and Fortnite will either quietly settle for whatever,
yeah.
and then and they'll get what they wanted because all they wanted it feels like just a cash grab.
They're just going to give
it's
him
definitely.
a key code for all of the skins in the game.
Yeah.
There you go. Take it and run.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what I wanted.
That's all I wanted. Keep your money.
Give me like some kind of auto aim cheat for that game.
Give me a unique costume on my character alone.
If I had to sue that game with how big it is, yeah, I want a skin of myself in that game.
Yeah,
Why not?
James.
Yeah,
They're like all these other skins, and then there's James.
I want to be a basket of funeral taters. That's all I want. Just running around the field.
All right, let's see. We got Smart Assistant IQ test. Did you put this on here, Jarron?
Yeah, so this group every year they do this IQ test for all the smart assistants out there. So Google Assistant, Siri, Alexa, and Cortana.
Did Bixby make the cut this year?
No.
What's Bixby again?
Samsung's.
Oh,
That's the problem. You had to ask, what's Bixby?
So anyway, they come up with 800 questions, and they're evolving questions. So it's not like a company can take these questions and specifically match their assistant to it.
Okay.
Anyway, they measure how often the assistant understood the question and how often they could answer the question correctly. And the results are extremely interesting. So Google, top spot. That's to be expected.
Yep.
But what comes next?
Amazon.
This is the clickbait here. Anyway, so what comes next is Siri.
Wait, I haven't clicked yet.
Siri's number 2?
Siri's number 2.
Yeah.
It improved by like 18% or 20% or something like that, 20 percentage points.
Huh.
So Siri is now at 75%. Google was at 86. Siri's at 75. Echo or Alexa is at 73, and Cortana is at 63.
Womp, womp.
Did you guys see the glass though? Did you guys see the deals? They had some Christmas deals going on for the glass thermostat.
They
The
cheap.
GLAS. It was like $100 off, which is
Wow.
still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Purdy.
But it is pretty. It makes me feel like Tony Stark.
Yeah. Cortana, lower the temperature 2 degrees.
it's only going to be a matter
No,
of time until TVs look like that glass thermostat.
Well, there's a video on Linus Tech Tips actually about that specifically. They flew him out to South Korea, to look at their transparent OLED.
What?
It was really cool. All right. Should we do a couple more stories, or should we do our lists? I think we should do our lists.
Yeah, probably.
Because we got an hour under our belts right now, and it's the week of Christmas, so people probably don't want to listen as much since they're not at work as much. But anyway, so we have our top 5 best things of 2018 and our top 3 worst things of 2018.
Yep.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yes. Mine are so
I
superficial.
love your 3 worst that just popped up on there.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
First, top 5. Super Smash Brothers. Obviously, this is a game that I've been waiting forever to play, and it's portable and it's awesome.
Did you win a bet for that coming out when it did? Was that the game that that he bet Jarron on?
I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
He
That's
did.
it's like icing on the cake.
Well, now I'm just depressed.
Can we be friends again?
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
What do you owe me? I forgot.
I already gave it to you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Made this big deal about how are you going to bury it for our fans, and they could use geocaching.
Oh, shoot.
Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
it's
blah.
money. How much money do you owe me?
I already gave it to you.
No, you didn't, though.
Yes, I did.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, cool.
I even have the transaction history to prove it.
I forgot about that.
Snap.
Okay.
Digital trail.
Boosted boards, the iPhone Max, Apple ProRes on Premiere Pro, and the Apple CarPlay editions, including.
Wow, you just ran through that list.
I don't want to go too deep into it. It's
okay.
pretty surface level stuff, including Waze, Google Maps, and Audible.
You have Apple CarPlay?
Yeah.
I don't know
My-
anyone with
My
Apple
Civic
CarPlay.
out there has it.
That's cool.
It also has leather seats that are warmed.
Should we do all of our tops and then all of our lasts?
Yeah,
Our-
let's do
our
that.
fails?
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right.
Who wants to go second? I'll go second. All right.
All right.
My top 5 for the year. Did I put more? I might have put more than 5.
You put 6. I put
I
6
put
too.
6. Okay. So this is really in no particular order, but I'm gonna save the number 1 for last.
Oh.
Top 5, top 6, I guess. My Audeze Mobius gaming headphones. They were such a surprise at how great they were after backing them on Kickstarter, or was it Indiegogo? Anyway, they use the planar magnetic drivers, and they sound amazing.
I still want to try those.
I game all the time when I game PC. Like
Those are the ones.
80% of the time, I use headphones now because I got those. Before that, I was fine with speakers, but they sound so good that I put them on now. And obviously, if I'm in a game with someone, so they have the mic and everything. But yeah, fantastic. The Odyssey Mobius gaming headset. My Note 9 that I got this year, best phone I've ever had. The
Really?
Samsung Note 9, yeah, hands down.
I would hope your most current phone is the best phone you've ever had.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
it isn't always the case. But in this case, it is. It's been fantastic. The battery life is phenomenal. It's nice and zippy. The screen is gorgeous. Great camera. Just all in all, fantastic phone. Medical science is on my list this year because of the addition of the spinal cord stimulator to my wife's body.
How has that been working out, by the way?
That's the thing. It's been working really good. It's helped the pain in her legs and feet quite a bit, and now we're just getting over the hump of healing from the surgery.
So did
the spots in her back?
If you want to go into it, we can talk about it afterwards. But did they like fillet her back to do that?
So there's like a 3 or 4 inch incision, kind of near the bottom middle of her spine, and then there's an incision on her side where they put the actual device, the battery, and the sends the charge.
Jeez.
So on her spine, they cut in and separated the muscle from the spine, and then chipped out some bone to
Put it in there.
to put in the
The
paddles,
interrupter.
the interrupter, and then they ran wires through her body to her side.
She literally is a bionic
She's
person.
a cyborg
right now.
now, yeah.
That's crazy.
Side note, shout out to the anesthesiologist. Thank you.
Right?
Because
So, yeah, after she finishes healing up from that, which she's doing really well, she started physical therapy a couple of weeks ago, and it's helping a lot. And once that's healed up, she'll be doing really, really well. So we're really happy with that. Also made my list, Apple mobile CPUs.
Yeah, because
They're
they're
amazing.
amazing.
They are.
They're running Fortnite at 60 frames per second
Yep,
now.
that was a really cool Digital Foundry video about that. But they really are just head and shoulders above anything else on the ARM market right now for CPUs.
with no dandruff.
No dandruff at all. And then on the list also Destiny 2 Forsaken, as you can tell, because I'm playing it every time we say what we're playing. Just a lot of fun. Number 1 for the year, though, hands down, without question, God of War. So
I'm surprised
good.
Spider-Man isn't on there for you.
I like the memes that I saw.
didn't
It's like
wanna-
made game of the year, like best game of the year, no loot crates.
Yeah, no loot,
Like-
no loot crates, no microtransactions.
No microtransactions. That's what it
None
was.
of
But I thought single-player story was dead.
Right. I was gonna. I thought about adding Spider-Man and Smash, but it's just like God of War was better than those in my opinion. But
Maybe next year we should have like categories.
I threw Destiny on there because I play it more often than the other two, and I didn't want to just have 4 out of the 5 things on my list be games. So, but yeah, God of War, best game of the year, hands down by far, just phenomenal. Jarron, your turn.
All right, my top 5. Here we go. My 2080 Ti. I love it so much. It is beautiful.
What does it do, though?
Everything.
There it is.
Makes him happy.
Yeah.
It makes him happy. And if you understand how big of a well that is to fill,
As an adult, you have
Then
to
you understand.
specify.
I
Then
thought
you-
you meant just as a Jarron.
nope. Just if
As
you-
a Jarron. 4K
understand that.
gaming at an ultra at 60 FPS. It's
yeah.
amazing. I love it. My iPad Pro. It is a truly awesome tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I love using it. I love touching it. It's wonderful. My HomePod. It sounds wonderful. I use it every single day.
I saw one of those on sale for $200.
I know.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they're really going down in price. If you have Apple Music, go for it. Where am I? Oh yeah, my Dyson V10. That is a cool cordless vacuum.
you got that on a good deal too, right?
I did, yeah. It feels as powerful as a normal vacuum, but it's cordless, and I can vacuum my whole basement with it on one charge, and it's great. I'm doing 6 just as Tony is. God of War,
Yeah.
awesome game. I'm like 20 hours into it, which is pretty much like beating the game for me. It's
Boy.
an awesome game.
Come here, boy.
I've only seen up until the first fight in that game, and it looks awesome.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah, like you never get bored of it when you play it. It's just great.
Part of me was sad that they said they're not doing any expansion content for it, but then the flip side of them not doing any expansion content means they're going straight to work on a sequel. So I'm okay with it.
I appreciate they're not doing expansion content because it feels like you're getting the full game from the get-go.
That's true, and we haven't had that for a long time with any games.
And it's a long, satisfying game, so I don't feel
good.
like I need any more of it.
Now the big question is how long it's going to be till we get like a Kratos movie, like a God of
They
War
don't need
movie.
one. They don't need to make it.
They don't need
There's
it.
money.
Yeah.
They'll do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they keep saying that about Uncharted, and then they keep losing directors and everything.
And Nathan-
Oh,
which
they just lost Sean Levy.
Exactly.
and
just
Nathan
happened.
Fillion keeps gaining weight.
All I do is, I just go watch the Nathan Fillion trailer again and go,
He was really
Maybe
skinny, by
someday.
the way.
Yeah.
In that, if you watch him on Castle, and then you watch him in that Uncharted short movie they made, he looks like about 30 or 40 pounds lighter.
Oh, I'm
Why?
not thinking of Nathan Fillion. Who am
All
I
you have to
thinking
do
from
is get Nathan Fillion.
in Doom Patrol that plays that metal face guy?
Oh,
That's the guy from
the voice, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Doom Patrol?
Yeah, he's the voice of
the metal
Robot
face
Man.
guy. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh. That kind of
I
makes me
gotta
like
catch
it
up.
now.
I gotta catch up on DC or on Titans.
Anyway, my top thing of all time this year is the Slim Zero toilet seat.
yeah, life changing.
What was
is.
it like when you turned it on the first time?
The first time I screamed like a girl. Yeah.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a surprised way.
Did it awaken something inside of you?
Yes, it did. But Owen is totally right. You do not notice the temperature. Any heated bidets out there, worthless.
How's its aim?
Dead on.
I think
Spot
that there's
on.
something to that.
Right up the corner.
There's got to be something.
Some kind of science.
It's like that I feel like could abolish racism out there. All of us are the
if we
same.
could
How
just
many
figure-
cameras did they have to put in toilets?
Who tested that?
Yes.
What kind of
For
wall
the-
montage do they have in that bat cave of a lined?
Just a whole
I
bunch
just
of
want to
telephones
know. I want to
with
know
faces that
what
go,
kind of a
"Ooh."
focus group are you in? Bidet aiming focus group. Did
Seriously.
it hit? Yes.
It has improved my life so much. I feel like a new man.
You still got to pat dry.
Oh yeah.
You're not an animal.
No, I'm not an animal. I'm not like Owen.
What?
Hey, Owen, it's
I'm
time
an
for your
animal.
It's time for your top 5.
Hey, all right. So I came up. I had to actually think about my top 5 because I don't typically have that long of a memory. So mine will all be definitely within the last 6 months because, well, except for one,
Your true love.
my true love. So first of all, the Ryzen versus Intel competition. I like that. I think that's one of the best things that came out of this year. Even though Intel has kind of just leaked some of their new stuff looks pretty amazing. Like the new architecture and the way they're 3D building their chips, and
Yeah, but I mean,
they're going to break the teraflop on the integrated graphics, which is pretty cool for us standard people that don't.
You have
You know.
5 video cards.
Yeah, but they're
Yes.
not. For,
You're not
they're-
standard.
yes,
they're
7.
not. I
Look
have
at his
7.
face after you
seven.
said that. Yeah, but that's
Yeah, but I don't use them for gaming. I use them for solving complex algorithms.
Here's the
Losing
thing.
money, you mean? You
Here's-
use them
Yes,
for losing
yes.
money.
Yes, I do.
Here's the thing about Intel's announcement, though. I see this going probably about the same way that their 10 nanometer announcement went 4 years ago. They'll have 3D architecture on their CPUs in 5 years.
I
Right.
swear they announced that they were getting better integrated graphics like 4 years ago.
Oh, they announce it every year. They're getting better integrated graphics.
So my next thing, the Pixel 3 camera. I don't have a Pixel 3, but my brother-in-law and my sister got Pixels. They picked up the deal where they did a BOGO. like
They're
a buy one, get
amazing,
one.
aren't they?
The Pixel 3 camera is stunning. And I'm not a camera or a photography person, but like just the low light camera stuff that my brother-in-law, he likes to dabble with cameras. And just the low light pictures he's been able to capture with no flash, no filter, they're amazing.
Wow.
So
Indeed
that
they are.
that one made my list. My Jabra Elites. So I had a pair of Jabra
pair?
Elites. So I had a pair of Jabra Elites that I got back in the summer.
Yep.
And they converted me to wireless earbuds. I gambled on them. I paid $90. It was a great deal at the time. Now.
Oh, you paid 90 the first time?
I thought
you paid like 76.
No, it was like 80 after shipping and tax.
Oh,
It came up to that, like 85 or 90.
All right.
And tragic story. I don't really know how it happened, but my kids got sick. Nobody was sleeping, and
Blame it on the kids.
I lost them. I lost them. I will admit, I searched everywhere. I don't lose my tech in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really kind of careful and obsessive about it. And I lost them. I mean, I straight up have zero memory where they went. So I backed these Pamus, which I really, really, really.
We should have known that they were too good to be true from the price.
Yeah, and I thought
they're not the worst.
Some of us knew.
They're not the worst Bluetooth. Shut up, Jaron. They're not the worst Bluetooth headphones I've ever had by far. They're not the worst, but they're definitely still got issues.
Yeah, I couldn't even put my phone in my back pocket without losing connection between the two, and it just started bugging me so bad, which only made me want the Jabras more. So last week I bought another pair.
What if Jabra's behind the Pamus and they put out an inferior product to get you to buy the Jabras
I don't know.
after?
I don't know. But so my Jabra Elites, I got another pair. These are actually the Jabra Elite Actives.
Those are the ones that have heart rate monitor, right?
Yeah, they have heart rate monitor.
Oh.
I recently downloaded the app on my phone.
How much did you pay for them?
So I waited for Slick Deals. I contained myself, and they had a Slick Deals come up for $109.
Which was
That's a good deal.
which was
does the heart rate monitor decrease battery life?
No, I don't think so. I think it's added in there.
Why do you want to monitor your heart rate?
Because you're supposed to go running with
when
them
you work out.
and work out.
Yeah, these are workout buds.
That's when I always use mine. Is when I work out. Makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
I should have jumped on that.
So yeah, it was a good deal. Best Buy was doing a deal, and then if you purchased them through Google Express, you got 25% off or something. Anyway,
I actually use
I
Google
love Google Express.
I just use it for
so
the
many
first
good
time.
deals.
yeah. So then the blockchain. That made my list. Now hold on, that's different.
Different than cryptocurrency.
It's different than cryptocurrency
It's
because
intertwined,
cryptocurrency, it is not intertwined. It
definitely is.
Yeah, it is. Dang it! The money side of it and people going to try and grab cash from this new thing is what's driving the public side of it, which is what drives the adoption of it in the back end for corporations and the government. I mean, there's so many people and companies and everything, like even startups that are basing their entire business off of the blockchain technology for their distributed database. I think it's going to be the wave of the future, like the way that companies build their infrastructure going forward.
Interesting.
It got a lot of attention mainly because, not only the Bitcoin surge last year, but the decline.
And maybe this is something we could talk about in the future on a future show, but I would be interested to find out, like a startup company, how they would implement the blockchain into their company to manage growth. If that makes sense.
That's a good question.
I'm curious to know about that.
And
you would probably know a little bit more.
I barely scratched the surface on blockchain because I stayed more on the stupid crypto side.
But
on the currency side.
I'm going to ask you about it in the future. Because I'm really curious to know.
And then top 5, my top is also the Slim Zero. The toilet seat's it has been.
I feel like you guys are forming an unnatural attraction to it. By the way, I'm super excited for you to have a soft close toilet seat.
I just turn it on and just let it go.
Yeah. But
you stand up and it sprays all over.
you take your onesie sitting
not
down
only
now too.
not only have I enjoyed using it myself, but also the first time you get it, if you have kids, you will have an incident where your kids
you
go
will.
in there and they don't know. It's the handle to turn on the water is exactly the same color. This nice chrome finish looks just like the handle to flush the toilet. My daughter thought that we had done her some sort of favor by moving the handle closer to her level.
My son calls it the emergency flush.
They just go full on Captain Picard. Engage.
She pulled it full on.
Question:
and it sprayed her right in the face at 5 a.m.
If you turn it on and just leave it, it will stay. It'll go.
It's
it's hooked into.
It's a manual switch.
It does not turn on.
It has potential to ruin your life.
Yes, it does. If it got bumped, if the dog came in and was like,
and
"What's
you
that?"
on vacation.
Bump? Well, if you kept the lid closed, it probably would be okay because it would splash against the.
Well, eventually the toilet bowl would overflow with water. And
no, you can't overflow a toilet bowl.
And not unless it's plugged.
Yeah,
I didn't know
the
that.
science behind the S curve, as the more pressure on one side, it regulates.
That's why
that's why you can take a bucket of water and dump it down a toilet to flush it.
yeah.
Cool. I didn't know this.
You can also survive a fire if you get the hose and snake it through because there's air on the other side of the S curve. You can breathe through the down tube. Little survival tip. There you go.
Hey.
That's why they tried to do that in the first Kingsman movie.
Yep.
Remember that? Yeah,
Kingsman
they-
movie. Yep. Same
Wait.
concept.
I need you to show me this.
So you get a tube, you send it
Let's see
down
if
the
I can
toilet
find it.
bowl, and on the other side of the S curve,
Yeah.
there's an
Okay.
air pocket, right? Because it uses air pressure to regulate to keep your toilet bowl from flushing. You put more water in one side, it causes because of the way the water molecules link.
How much
It
air is in
causes-
there?
It's a completely open air stack up to your.
Yeah, it's
roof.
like this.
See, there
You
you
fish
go.
it down and through, and then it's. I mean, this is going to be gross.
Yeah, it's-
because it's connected to your sewer line, but
yeah,
at least
but
it'll
it's
give you
oxygen.
air. Yeah.
I mean, you're.
But you
Yeah.
won't die.
Oh, I'm so doing that tonight.
So it pushes. Yeah.
Anyway, the Slim Zero has been amazing. Like I go places now, and if I have to go number 2, I'm always like a little sad. I'm always like, maybe they need a bidet for a Christmas present, or I'll just wait.
If you are
you should
searching,
bring your own Slim
I'll
Zero.
hold it.
you're going to get this show.
A travel Slim Zero.
a travel Slim Zero is just a spray bottle.
You're going to get this show on Christmas Eve, and if you're looking for a gift to give a family member, go find out what kind of toilet they have, whether it's rounded or whatever that is, and go get them a soft close toilet seat.
Yeah.
It makes a world of difference.
So the Slim Zero has soft close, and I have been loving that. It also has a night light, by the way.
I don't use that.
I'm worried
I
about
do.
that, having it run out over time. You get used to it,
nightlight?
and then it runs out. Yeah.
Oh, it's just batteries.
Yeah, I'll never change the batteries.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
But
All
anyway,
right, let's do the 3 worst and close it up for the year. We'll go in the same order. James, sorry.
So, first and foremost, Toby Mcguire. You're listening to this, and you're the worst.
Okay.
Second, soup. Soup is just water with stuff in it. I hate soup. It's
What?
just such a waste of time.
no,
Either
I have a coworker who eats soup every day for lunch.
why? It's pointless. Soup.
because it's awesome.
Just get the salad, man. The closest thing I'll come to soup is clam chowder, like a good chowder.
You gotta go to what
I
about
like
the
a-
lobster bisque?
I like a
bisque.
Oh, yeah.
I like
No.
thick stew though.
Like a stew.
Stew's a different thing. Stew isn't
or
soup.
chili.
You're right.
If you're gonna have soup, don't just drink. Like put a bouillon cube
I
in water and drink it.
I disagree. The bisques, which are considered soups, because they're like a thicker soup.
I respect you, but you're wrong.
A
Okay.
bisque is
Uh,
almost a chowder.
Yeah,
Well-
almost.
Bisque is a different name than soup though.
It's French for soup.
Oh,
I made that up.
Oh, you tricked me!
I like how after you said that, you like looked around for our approval.
I couldn't because I'm like somebody's gonna fact check.
Number 3, bears. Thanks a lot, guys, for inhibiting me from being able to camp and sleep through a night.
I thought it was
I
just
thought,
snakes.
yeah, I thought snakes should be always on your worst 3.
Snakes are so bad that it's just ingrained in me. I don't have to
Oh,
put it
you
on
don't.
the list.
They're just assumed.
No,
It's its
yeah,
own
it's assumed. Bears are the worst. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
Have you met many bears?
Online, I've looked them up.
Okay. Have you gone camping
they
in a lot of
thrashed
bear?
Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's won an Oscar.
Oh, that
true.
show was
Man,
hard.
that-
That scene was hard
that bear
to
scene.
watch. I almost was like, I can't watch this show.
Revenant.
Yeah,
This
the
is movie
Revenant.
Yeah,
we're
I don't-
talking about.
Yeah,
All right.
bears.
I'll do my top 3. Number 1. Well, I guess it's in no particular order, but Apple's response to the bent iPad Pros. We already went over that
Yeah.
at length earlier.
Their response, just the TLDR, is
It doesn't matter.
We like our money.
Buy it anyway.
Bent iPad Pros don't matter.
you're gonna get it.
Number
Go fetch.
second one I have on my list here is social media in general.
Yes.
Social media in general, I think, is a plague on our society, unfortunately. Even though I do participate
Okay.
in Twitter.
Okay, and Reddit.
I like
And
Twitter
Reddit.
because
Okay.
you can specifically follow who you want. You don't have to see all the crap.
Well, you can specifically follow who you want on Facebook, too.
Yeah, but
But
then
see,
you have the
that's-
whole
but it
family
feels worse.
stigma.
But even
So,
so, that's the problem with
the-
social media.
My,
But
my family
yeah,
isn't on
that-
Twitter, so I don't. I
So
don't
they
have
could
to
be.
follow them.
And what
I
if they
gotcha.
did?
So-
Then would you hate Twitter as
Yes,
much?
I would.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
The problem with social media and why it's a plague on our society is because nobody feels accountable for what they say on social media.
Anonymity, right?
Anon-
Social
yeah.
anonymity.
Social anonymity gives people, quote, courage, end quote, to say whatever they're thinking, and usually whatever people are thinking unfiltered is just pure acidic dreck.
well, that, but also the algorithm behind social media. Like, It's kind of like what you said. I follow the people that I want to follow. That's also kind of a problem because it doesn't give you any
outside opinions.
Outside opinions.
You create an echo chamber, and that's what social media does. It creates an echo chamber where all you hear are your like-minded opinions.
Yeah, and it gets you more entrenched in your views, and you're like, see, everybody else agrees with me, and you're the minority of this opinion.
Yep.
And
when in reality, it might not. It might be the complete opposite. All right, and then also my favorite company made the list of worst. Nvidia's GPU pricing structure on the 20 series.
Oh my, that's so
too
weird.
expensive.
Yeah.
And notice Apple made both my lists. It made the best and the worst. But yeah, Nvidia's pricing structure for the 20 series is outlandishly expensive, if you ask me. Before they announced the pricing, I was on board with upgrading, and then they announced the price, and I was like, nah,
pass.
not gonna do it.
Wait for the 30 series,
which they'll probably have the
series.
same pricing.
Right.
So
Look
I'll
at
still
it-
have to fork over a ton of money.
Look at it this way: it kept your 1080 Ti values high.
It's true, it did, because they still have market for the 1080 Ti's, but still, it's sad that they decided they needed to charge a whole ton more money, and it wasn't even like a small bump; it was like a 50% price
Yeah, it
increase.
was.
So
Which
I'm
kind of
just-
breaks what they've done all throughout all their other
completely
series.
changes what they did in the past.
Which is what made
We're
them
just
so
seeing
tempting.
pretty large price increases across the board in the
Yeah.
tech industry. Phones,
It's true.
tablets,
It's true.
video cards.
So
As the economy improves, they start capitalism starts gearing.
You know, the economy's tanking right now. Actually,
It is.
They
All
need
right.
to start paying people more money too. That needs to be on the worst.
that's my top three. Owen, or
Oh.
was it James?
It's
was
me.
next? Oh,
Jarron.
Jarron's
Me.
next. Owen. Oh, Jarron.
Aw. He's gonna next time. What's his face? Danny? Was it Danny? No. He's gonna ask why does Tony hate Jarron? Anyway, my three worst. Number
Aaron.
1, cryptocurrency. It's
Ooh.
lost over 90% of its value this year.
Pretty bad.
Nobody do that. Just don't even think about investing or mining. Sorry,
No.
Owen.
No, don't.
No, now's
No,
the,
I
now's the
completely
time.
agree.
Now's the time to invest. It's cheap.
Yeah.
Except I don't think it's gonna go up. I think it's gonna keep going down.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Number 2, I share Tony's sentiment, but I'm more specific. Facebook. And I choose Facebook specifically because they've been selling your data backhandedly.
Not
This
just
is true.
selling it. They've been letting companies,
Yeah.
Comcast, listen to full-on recordings of your voice, watching your FaceTime videos, and reviewing your personal chats
Yeah,
between
that's
people.
that's
And
extra bad.
and they say, it's in the fine print. Read the fine print.
yeah.
Facebook is just a horrible scumbag company, and I don't think anyone should participate in that. And I kind of wish
I'm
we didn't
so
have
close.
our Gadget Spot page
I'm
on
so
it.
close to
Is it?
quitting Facebook, but I can't. I'm so connected to my family in that way. Like,
If we quit Facebook for the Gadget Spot, like if we shut our page down, we'd have to probably, if we still wanted to post our show notes, we'd have to start a website.
we have to build our
Yeah.
own
and,
website.
and I'm too lazy to do that.
I agree. It's I hate them, but
Even though I'm
yet
sure-
we use them still.
I'm sure it's very easy. We could probably do it in like half an hour. I don't want to do it.
Right.
Can
Well,
I,
there's
can I do
Wix.
it over the
You-
weekend? If
Just use
I
Wix.
do it, can I do it?
Just do Wix. Where are you going to host it at?
Wix.
Yeah, just do Wix. That's like
How much does it cost?
I don't know. I'll find out.
Okay.
it's super.
Wait, why not Squarespace? Is
I've used Squarespace before. They're just as good. Wix just has better commercials.
well, the other thing too.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
The other thing too
They
is
they get celebrities. They have the guys from what's those two funny guys from YouTube that do the man show?
The,
Brett and Link.
yeah.
They have Brett and Link.
Rhett.
Rhett and Link.
Rhett and Link, and that sold me. I was
It's like
like,
the, what is
the
it?
other-
the
the-
Happy Good Morning Show
Yeah.
or something like that.
the other thing is we
Super
got to
Sunshine Day.
we got to get on Spotify. I've had people asking me to put us on.
We need
Spotify.
to look into how to do
I'll
that.
look into that.
Okay,
Um,
Jarron, you're on Spotify. James, you're on the website.
Okay, and the other thing, kind of going off of what you were just barely talking about, there's a really, really good episode of South Park that kind of illustrates like the terms and conditions. South Park episode or season 15, episode 1. It's about the human centipede. It's where one of the kids by default just clicks on the Apple terms and conditions, like that they agree.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, you always read the fine print. It's
Says
really, really good.
Human centipad.
Yes.
And my top worst, no, Facebook was my top worst. One of my other worsts, Red Hydrogen 1 phone.
Oh, what a turd.
How dare they play with my emotions of a glassesless 3D experience
Like what you see.
when it's worse than the 3DS?
Yep.
How dare they? And
And
then
it-
they put out the super expensive phone with last year's specs
Yep.
with an
Not even
inferior
a-
camera.
not even a top spec chip, right? I mean,
No.
No. It was top spec 18 months ago.
right.
It's just a steaming
And they-
pile of a turd
And
phone. phone.
They didn't even take the time or resources to use their own camera technology in the camera on their phone.
You can hook it to
Yeah.
one of their cameras
Modular if you
for
wanna Pay
$50,000.
some more money.
I didn't think it would be a great phone, but I was like so looking forward to this display tech that they hyped up.
Yeah.
And it just turned out to be nothing.
Yep.
What do you call that? Vaporware?
Yeah. Lieware.
Smoke and
Li-
mirrors.
It's not vaporware because it actually came out, but it's
Right.
lieware. I like that. All right, and Owen.
So we're gonna start with the Boring Company. I'm gonna actually expand that to
What?
Elon Musk has had a bad year.
He has. No,
He
it's
has
true.
had a bad year, and the Boring Company at the end here just kind of sealed the deal. Did you guys watch any of the videos or do any of the reviews about? So they finally got their first tunnel open from some random neighborhood to
To
the parking
LA.
lot in it's the Tesla,
SpaceX.
yeah, SpaceX. And my favorite thing was the person that posted the article that I read was like, "This is what we were promised." Shows like this nice commuter bus pulling up, dropping down in this tunnel, cruising along 80, 90 miles an hour or whatever. 70. Let's be generous and say 75, 80 miles an hour. And this is what we got. And what they got is that they took the Tesla, which it has to be a exhaust-free car because they didn't do sufficient ventilation for any type of fuel-powered. Then they took a $300 retrofitted like bumper wheels. And they stick that onto your Tesla, which is currently the only type of car that can go through the tunnels. And then you travel along jostling like you're on a bumpy dirt road, gravel at about 35 miles an hour. And all the while...
Well, I imagine this is just a phase one, right? This
it
definitely would not be the finished project.
This strikes me as
it's not.
This strikes me as we want the media to see the inside of the tunnel.
Right. And so they let these people through, and then the whole time is just Musk apologizing.
No way.
Yeah, he was just like, this isn't how it's going to be. Obviously we're going to be improving as we go, but this is our first phase. And like, why? But I get it. Like, but it kind of put a little bit of stink on the whole project. Just don't show it off yet. Just like your other crap. Like, you know what? I was super excited about the solar panels, and I'm glad you didn't sell those early, like the solar shingles,
solar tiles, or
the
shingles.
the solar roof or whatever they call it. I'm glad he kind of stuck that out. I love where he's going with energy and all that other stuff. But man, the Boring Company kind of crapped the bed right at the end of the year.
Too bad.
Second one is the FCC. I really, really, really despise them this year.
Mainly just Agit Pi,
Mainly
right?
Agit Pi, but like basically the whole administration behind.
How do you describe how do you describe him? What is he? Anybody?
The most punchable man in the world?
Nope. I said it last week. What is he?
I don't know.
A bean bag of a person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he is a punching bag.
He is a beanbag.
Oh, I
of a
thought you were
person.
talking about calling him a ball sack. Anyway, he's kind of a jerk. And anyway, the FCC, just the whole thing about the comments, and like we stood up, the people stood up. We were like, look, this is why it's better. And we had an email that we'll get to next week, but kind of talks about it. But the conspiracy theory is real. Like I think that they had a lot to do with some of the fake comments. There was a lot of Russian interference, I guess, or whatever. But I think there was definitely some involvement from our side. And then my last is just privacy in general. Like
how it's kind of not
all
there.
of the assistants, all of the assistants. Like I was a little bit as somebody who cares about my privacy and is also a hypocrite. I have all these assistants in my house. We're gonna fully Alexa my house this year. We kind of tested it out over the last year and a half, and we were like, yeah, let's just do it. But the fact that you have to understand that if you don't like pay for it, if you don't pay for the product, you kind of are the product.
Sure.
But if you made it through, like I was saying before, I was a little bit disturbed this season with how much they were willing to give away these little home assistants, the Echo Dot, the Google Home, whatever. They were basically giving them away because they realized the value in the data that they get. And they thought, the people aren't going to go for this because it records them. Like people were like, it records me, and it's their biggest fear. But then people bought them anyway, and the companies went, wait, they actually bought them anyway.
Foolish humans.
Yeah,
I don't
and-
want the government
and now-
recording me.
Tricks are for
Alexa,
kids.
Order,
And now-
order me
And here, and like, so Alexa's got the touch button, right? Like the pods. You can just, I need more Tide. Boop,
Yeah.
and it just goes and buys it. I just imagine that being like
Amazon
my
pods.
2-year-old going, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's probably checks in place, but like just recently, this guy, he requested his voice data. He's like, I want to see what you have on me. And Amazon said, you bet, glorious user whom we love. Here's all your stuff. And they sent 700 voice recordings and all the stuff they have on him to the wrong person.
Oh.
Including stuff where it was in the shower, like all of them. They dumped his stuff to the wrong person. And they just, like, privacy in general has taken a huge
Personally,
hit this year.
I want them to watch me in the shower so they can rate me over time and let me know when I'm letting myself go.
Right.
So
Well, they need a camera for that, though.
And they have that. The Alexa has the video camera one, right?
Right, but you'd have to put it in your shower.
And maybe some people will do that.
So I'm if this first website that I'm looking at, side by side comparison of Wix versus Squarespace, Wix takes it hands down.
Really?
So that's probably what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is Wix.
Cool.
Whoa, Bitcoin just rose 27%.
Woo!
Yeah, it's gone up in the last week.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well,
Here I
it's-
embarrassed myself
No,
calling
no,
out
no,
one of the...
No. Even
It's
that
still
much
going
of
down.
even
Oh,
that
alright.
much of an increase is
Side-
still
Bad.
the turlet.
And really, really quick. So we need to talk about this in a public place. Are we the Gadget Spot or just Gadget Spot? Okay, so the is now official. Okay, the.
But I don't like those
Official.
in URLs, though.
Okay, here's the deal. So I'm just looking at our URL. We obviously can't do .com. Do we want .net,
Let's do .net.
.org? And it's going to be the Gadget Spot because I want it to be the same as our Patreon.
Is there a .co?
Well, the Patreon is just Gadget Spot, isn't it?
Is
I
it?
don't remember. Here, I'll check.
All right. Anyway, we'll look into that. Maybe have some news for you in 2 weeks about a possible website that we are doing, so we can get rid of Facebook because we don't like it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we wanted to hit on?
We'll keep Facebook, but just as a forwarder to our link of the
To the website.
That's a good
our-
idea.
but we
Our
just won't-
Facebook will just be a bunch of URLs of the
We
website.
won't
all over
actively
the place.
update it or anything.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll have more news next time on that.
Boing,
when
boing,
we
boing.
Figure that out. All right, guys. Awesome. Thanks for coming to this early recording, and thank you, listener, for downloading and getting to the end of our episode.
It's been a good year.
Thanks
Yes.
for hanging out with us this year.
Yeah.
Have a Merry Krampsmas.
Have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all of the things, whatever you celebrate, and a Happy New Year.
Hail Google.
Owen, take us out.
Hey, we know you care.
Well, I don't like that.
Oh, okay. We hope you care.
Gadget Spot.